record. All right, so hi everybody. It is February 9th, 2026, and welcome. Glad you're here. The question that we asked is which do you trust more, your head or your heart? So that was the question to think about. This was the first question, but it was too short of an answer, right? This is a kind of a better conversation question. So the other question was, how much money would it take for you to allow somebody to punch you in the face? So that was kind of a weird. So yeah, which one do you follow more, your head or your heart? So we're gonna start, and if you haven't checked out this album, I gotta give my little promo for the album. Oh, yes, one more thing I forgot. We gotta do something you used to do as a kid, a puzzle, a board game, drawing, etc. So it says, here's to never growing up. So here's to never growing up. Do something you used to do as a kid, a puzzle, a board game, right? It could be shoots and ladders, right? Or drawing. Life isn't meant to be taken so seriously. Have fun, use your imagination, and be creative. So I feel like this class is kind of that way. So I'm glad that you're here. We need it. It's fun to be playful. So we're going to go into movement right away. And it's kind of fun to spice it up each time. So I invite you to feel grounded. I think I can tilt it maybe a tiny bit more. And let's just, okay, now Chris, now I'm totally turned it. Third time's a charm. They always say that, right? All right. So let's gently bounce and shake it off. Maybe you've been sitting all day. Maybe you've been walking and you've just been moving nonstop. So I've been doing a mix of both. Um, so shake off all that energy, excess energy or stuck energy, right? Letting those wrists bounce, letting the knees bounce, and let it sway side to side, letting the movement come from your center, from your body, and gently tapping the kidneys. This is the time to remember our kidneys in the winter time, but we are slowly transitioning into the springtime. It's coming. It's almost mid-February. I think the groundhog saw its shadow or didn't. So it's supposed to be 6 weeks till summer or something, or spring. And let's bring it up to the shoulder blades. And this is called activating Qih life force energy. And now let's just bring the hands up, letting the wrists kind of flop. We look really funny. We can pretend we're puppy dogs. Right? So breathing in through your nose, out your mouth. This is the only time where you breathe out your mouth. So letting that go. And then slowly bring the hands down, letting it shake. And then slowly come to a stop. And just notice how it feels in your body, in your breath. I know a lot of people like to do, let's do a little movement. This one is lifting the sun and then the moon. This comes from Shibashi, 18 movements. So we're going to have our legs hip width apart. And we're going to gently reach across, pretend like we see the horizon, the sun rising at this horizon. And then turn the hands, shift the body, and gently pretend like you're lifting at the sunset. So sweeping across. It's a beautiful stretch, slow motion, and lifting up. Having the hands turn, so palm facing up to pick up the sun, and then turn around and then come down. Other hand, and then turn it around. Almost like you're in water. Imagine that we're swimming together. I love the sensation of swimming. So, and do it what's comfortable. If you feel like you need to make it smaller, it looks the same if you're in a chair. Just remember to not lean too far over, make sure Hands go down and up. You can inhale, have a gentle exhale as it comes down, inhale. These are just suggestions, so if you want to do something different, you can. And hands coming down. Let's do that one more time, each side. And, well, I think technically we started on the side, so let's do it this side and then the other. So that way nobody feels left behind. All right, coming back to center. Next one is gazing at the moon. We haven't done this in a while. We are going to turn back, so be comfortable. So we're going to gently sweep back, like, hey, look at the moon. Isn't it beautiful? And look at it. Sweep down and go to the other side. Yeah, it's right there. If you're having a conversation with somebody. So gently looking up, sweeping down, moving within your comfort zone. You can make it smaller. You can do this in a chair. And looking down. Just noticing how you feel in your body as you're shifting the weight from one leg and to the other. Basically, the weight is 50-50, but it does shift a little bit, like 40-60, right? As you're looking to the one side, a little bit behind, or 70-30. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes that 40-60 or 70-30. And let's do that maybe 2 more times. Looking back, letting go. It's that time of year, right? Looking back and letting go. Let's do that one more time. A time to be still and a time to move and a time to reflect and time to be centered. All right, so those are some nice tools from Shibashi. Let's do a few 6 healing sounds from Tai Chi Cha. And I learned something new. Somebody on the call also studies Tai Chi Cha quite extensively as well. And I've been studying with Amy, who is out of New Mexico. And she was teaching me, I've taught you the 6 healing sounds, right? Sweeping low at that chewy, chewy, chewy at the end. She actually talked about doing chewy, chewy. And some of you guys are familiar because I've done it with you guys before. Sweeping across with the solar plexus in this area. It's less extension and your wrist. She talked a lot about the wrist in this practice and having the wrist neutral, right? If you're down here, maybe the wrists are neutral, but she talked about how she learned it, and she actually studied with the founder. She talked about going to the center. So basically, we're going to do 6 sounds and a vocal whisper. I'm going to mirror you. So we're going to do 1 hand, shift the way forward, and then 2 hands. But the back foot doesn't move at all. So I'll try to, so it's just, 1 hand and 2 hands, side sweep. So I want you to play with having it go a little higher across the solar plex area. And then the other side, 1 hand, 2 hands, and then across. And then we're going to pick up the heel, place it down, go across, sweeping across, and then saying the word over and over again. So the first word is the vocal whisper is ho, hu, and then su, and then sh, like be quiet, she, kind of like a she pronoun, and then chewy, and then we go chewy, 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 chewy. So the first one is for the heart, the spleen, and then for the liver, and then it does the lungs, the triple heater, and then the kidneys. So I'll quiz you at the end. All right, let's do it. So grounding ourselves, palm facing the earth, getting a little centered again, transitioning to a different practice of Qigong called Tai Chi Cha, 6 healing sounds. And let's begin. So bringing the left foot out and the left hand, and we do, and then, One more time. And come to rest. So that's 6 healing sounds. We're just going to take a moment to pause and then release. And let's do one more movement from 6 healing sounds. I'll pick an easy one. Let's do pulling in the energy. So we're going to bring the palms up, left foot in front, and it's a very comfortable distance. So that is the left foot. Have the elbows close, have the movement within the body frame. So as the movement is coming from the body, as we shift the weight, so that just, this is my hand, without my hands, I'm shifting back, I'm shifting forward to the point where I can pick up my back foot and I don't bob. So if you kind of stop here, you might bob up. So a little bit further, and it's a gliding motion. So shift the weight, gliding, and then lengthen the back leg, shift the weight. Soften the knee before you go forward, shift the weight, lengthen the back leg, soften the back leg, shift the weight back. So almost think of mechanics of a reclining chair, right? Like say you've seen those Roxers, right? Those glider chairs, the woodwork, how it's bending and shifting. It's very much the similar things with our legs. So I'll show it from this angle. All right, so it's kind of right, it's just naturally bending, shifting, lengthening, and coming back. All right, so the hands stay here and they move within your body frame. So if you're way out here, you're doing more than you need to. The body should feel relaxed, wrists as palms, chest height, and we're going to shift the weight. So let's begin. So let's start with the traditional beginning and do your best. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just some things to think about. So pulling in the energy, bringing the left foot out, shifting the weight as the hands shift from left to right. Imagine energy streaming in through the tips of your fingers from the most distant star. So allow yourself to relax and feel that sweetness of when you've reached the end and you have sunk into your soft knees and your soft hips. And let's do this, the traditional 9 repetitions. Let's do that 2 more times. Going out to the left and coming back, and 1 more. We bring that left foot in, hands separate, come to rest. Hold it for a second, feel like you're softening, then release. Like I said, this is one style of Tai Chi Cha where you hold it and release it. I prefer that one. That's the one I like. And now we're going to shift the weight. We're going to pull in the energy now with the right foot, palms facing up. And we're going to shift that energy. The hand's going to go out to the right a little and come back. Same visualization. Energy streaming in through the tips of our fingertips from the most distant star. And you can breathe however you like to breathe. Notice what feels natural for you. So if you're breathing fast, you'll probably go fast. So try to breathe slower. That will help you slow down. Let's do that 3 more times. And one more. Bringing the hands in, hands separate, and slowly come to rest, taking a breath, holding it, and releasing. Taking a moment to soften and relax the body. Let's do one more movement, and then we'll move into kind of singing and chanting. So let's do, I just like this one. This is supposed to be calming for the nervous system, which I feel like we need in Minnesota right now. So it's from Daisy Lee, and the hand reaches across, goes up on the outer part of the body, turning the torso, palm facing the earth. Reaching across if you want to soften the knees a little bit. And pretend you're a ballerina. And let that hand come down slowly. Bring the other hand across the torso, like you're gently bringing something over your head and coming down. Bring the other arm up. Inhale. And then as the arm comes down, a nice slow exhale. Other hand reaches across. Inhale. So this practice, she does tell you how to breathe. And then hands comes down. And she currently lives in Puerto Rico. So she is from many places. She lived in Hawaii for many, lived in Boston. She has two really famous programs called Radiant Lotus Qigong, which is for women. It's the women-only Qigong. And there's one certified instructor here in the Twin Cities. That's where I learned this from. But I only teach one movement because I am not certified. I don't teach her practice. But she's a wonderful lady. I did an online study program with her for Zhang Fugong. Let's do that 2 more times. But I think we started on the other side. So, no, we started here. So doing it once here. Have it be effortless. These last few ones that we do. And one more time, just imagine that it's effortless. Coming from your breath and releasing. And the last one, have it be effortless with your breath and releasing. All right. So to salute, I haven't done that in a while. Let me teach you the salute. Right hand's a fist to represent strength. Left hand is flat. It represents like a high five. Bend the thumb, and together it's mutual respect. So thank you. That's the movement portion. It feels good to move a little bit. That I pass on that cool thing that I learned about 6 healing sounds. That was like a new thing for me about higher. And it's just another option. All right. So for singing, I thought the song, I'm going to do stuff off the album, I think, the easy ones at least. And I thought it was a good message for me because life has been pretty busy right now, with my father-in-law passing away a few days ago. And this is a song by Nicole Grove, Slow Down. And yeah, it's a nice, slow, really simple. And we'll just sing it a bunch of repetitions and maybe we'll go slower, maybe not, just see how it feels. Let it be kind of like a lullaby for yourself. So this is how it goes. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. So that's it. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. I can imagine beautiful harmonies. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Couple more times. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Two more times. Really feel it like a beautiful blanket around your shoulder. Slow down. Don't go too fast. Let me love you. Do you want to put a hand on your heart as we sing it last time? Slow down. Don't go so fast. Let me love you. And that last line one more time. Let me love you. Putting your other hand on your heart or on your body if you're able to. Feeling that inner love that you have for yourself, for the world. Feeling that love that you receive from others, knowing that you're receiving it right now. And that love's with you all the time. Just got to slow down to notice that love. So taking a moment to really feel it, feeling nurtured, feeling loved, sharing that love with others. And it's always a beautiful transition to go into the lymphatic self-massage, which feels so good to keep the hands here though, doesn't it? I feel like keeping it there a little bit longer. Like my body needs that. Holding it close to your heart or your lungs. We store a lot of grief in our lungs. Or if you want to put your hands on your kidneys, sharing a lot of love to the kidneys, that's where a lot of fear is stored. So we want to feel love. And this is based off Chinese medicine. So this is stuff I did not come up with. It's based in Chinese medicine. The heart stores love, lungs are grief, kidneys are fear. I know there's probably more body parts that I'm not thinking of, but sharing that love with our body and with each other. So thank you. That was really beautiful. So let's bring our finger, which could be here. If you want it, you can push down a little bit, up a little bit, but it's like an ant crawling on your skin. So now take a nice deep breath. And exhaling however you like, in through the nose, out the nose, or out the mouth, in the mouth. Should feel like you can breathe a little bit better. If you don't feel it, play with it, try pulling down. Let's do that again. Well, let's do that 2 more times. And one more. And let's release that. And then gently bring the hands from the top of the head down to the clavicle. Should feel very relaxing. It should feel very gentle. If it doesn't feel those things, do it lighter. And let's do that one more time now. We could do it over the ears. And as we're doing this, it reminds me, which I know I got the flyer, which I'm not promoting, which so I got to promote that right now. So the person who came up with this technique that we all love is coming here to Minnesota and is having a free speaking event in Minnesota, Minneapolis. Yeah, right now it's scheduled for Walker. Let's do that one more time. Now we do it behind the head. Yeah, he's good. Right now it's booked at the Walker Library in Uptown, but it's also going to be virtual. But if it feels like it's little, things are not good in Minneapolis, then we'll move it to St. Louis Park. But he's going to speak for an hour. If you want a book autographed by him, to order it on Amazon ahead of time. There's not going to be any books, but if you want anything signed by him, and he's lives in England, and he's here for a training for professional medical professionals. So this event is open to non-medical, which is me. I mean, I do have a mental health background, but I am not a medical provider at all. So it'll be fun. So I need to promote that. So please tell your friends. I'll get the flyer out because that is coming up 5 weeks away. It's the 21st, I believe. That's Saturday. I believe it's at 2, and I'll be doing a Zoom. I'll bring my laptop and be doing the technical support for it. All right, now we're going to do behind the chest and going up. So on the side, kind of below the bra line where it starts, if you're a woman, leading up. And this is best in the shower when you're still wet. If you do it in the shower dry, I tried it once, your skin does not move. So either over clothes or wet. So you can go over to your chest and up to the clavicle. And this is just so good for your lymphatics. So now we're going up on the sternum, leading up to I know I got my uh, clear path going up. And of course, April 12th is the concert for the album, which some of you are singing in, some are going to be helping with, and it will be online. All right, now let's do the other side. So if you can't make it, it will be get recorded as well. And then just gently going up. And let's do that one more time. Now up and over. And now straight up the sternum. And one more time. And the scarf, I'm sorry, I forgot to give you a warning. We need a scarf or a piece of fabric, or if you have a friend right by you, they can swipe between the shoulder blades. So I like a scarf because it's a little bit easier, but I've done it with a jacket or a sweater. Um, so just gently in between the shoulder blades, upward motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then going to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And gently going down. And this just really helps our drainage points. And then let's just do how this helps with the drainage as well. Just turning the head, having a gentle pressure, like it shouldn't be tight, just soft, just a little pressure. The lymphatic system, is right below the skin. So just the slightest pressure can make a difference. You know, I think acupuncture is so powerful because, right, it is working the lymphatic system and it's working a lot more than that, but it works the lymphatic system, right? A lot of times we forget about the lymphatic system, how powerful it is. And one more time. Yeah, and please save the date for April 26th. Right now, I've been reported nobody has bought tickets. So it's a little stressful, but it's going to be at the American Swedish Institute. And I think we're going to meet this Thursday. But it's a fundraiser for people with chronic fatigue syndrome, which is who this technique was originated for primarily. I mean, a lot of people in the chronic fatigue use this technique. So it's really powerful. So save the date for April 26th, and I'll send you the link for that. All right. So let's go into chanting. Chanting, so much fun. Last week we did a slightly different vocal point up above, but I kind of missed the overtones. So let's do more of the overtones today. So let's gargle. That was a good one. And let's do the ka. Wow. They always say, 3 times is our charm, right? So. Somebody had a birthday since we met. That's on the Zoom call. So we did sing happy birthday. So we got to gargle that a little bit. Happy birthday, which is a good thing to do if you don't do it, if you need vocal help, like I do. I need vocal help. So that's a great one. All right, let's do chanting and have that be a meditative, relaxing. I know last week I had it slightly different. All we did actually last week was chant. We didn't even do any movement. So that was kind of fun. All right, so let's begin with Om coming from the chest, different, whatever pitch you like. If you want to use a different word, feel free to use a different word. I just feel like that's a good vibration, lung sound in the chest. So, Om. 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 One more time. Oh. Taking a nice deep breath again, breathing normal. If you felt more stiff, making sure the body's soft, relaxing the jaw. Last time we waited the full 2 minutes, but this time we'll just, give it a second. And we're going to transition into the ing sound, the back of the throat. Um, might be a little harder, and you can do whatever pitch. So let's begin. Mm. Mm. And one more time. Mm. Letting the body soften, relax. Taking a moment to feel that beautiful peace and the stillness. Breathing normal. The next sound we'll be doing, like I said, it's a little bit faster. If you were doing your own practice, take a 2-minute pause. And then we're going to move on to the ooh sound, which different sound you can choose, different pitch, but it's going to come out the mouth. You might feel vibration in your lips. So sending that intention there. Let's take a nice deep breath. Oh. Remember to relax the jaw too. Oh. Third time. Oh. Oh. And one more time. Oh. Noticing what shifts in our body, what relaxes, what it energizes, what it feels soft. Breathing normal again. The next sound we're going to do is for the sinuses, which is the E, more forward resonant sounding, which can kind of sound country. So think really nasally, like you're really congested, and setting that intention to bring that vocal cords, which helps resonate more. And Barbara McAfee, who is a local legend, she calls it like the fiery voice, like more fire, like a fiery type of personality sometimes has that forward resonance sound. So let's play with that. Maybe like a feisty British person, if you like that imagery. So let's begin with the first sound, getting in touch with that forward resonance. Remember to relax the jaw. E. And one more time. E. Feeling energy move and energy shift in our body. As those healing vibrations of sound move throughout our beautiful organs. They're doing an amazing job keeping us alive, keeping us healthy. And now we're going to do some overtone sounds, which it fluctuates between the E and the oo. And having a really relaxed jaw really helps with this. And we almost want the back of like the back of the palate lifted. So if you haven't felt that before, you could try yawning. And you know when you like that 1, 2, 3, when you yawn, like you can feel the back of the palate lift. Have the back of the palate lift, jaw relaxed, body relaxed. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's do it ooh to, E to ooh to E, and then sometimes back and forth in one. So play with it, have it be fun, have it be relaxing. And there's nobody here is yes or no judgment. So let's begin. Again, ew. Chaudi. Again. And now let's try E to oo and then back to E. And one more time, let it be playful. It doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe have a smile on your face because it was playful, or relax. If your eyes are closed, listen to your body, what feels right in this moment. If you want to put your hands somewhere where it needs a reminder. Taking a few breaths. Maybe you want to shift from one sit bone to the other if you're sitting. Nothing forced, just letting it be natural. Your body appreciates the love, it appreciates the attention, it appreciates the slowness so the body can heal and repair. Our body contains emotions. We have a lot of emotions this winter. So letting the body know that it's okay to release, it's okay to feel, and it's okay to be still. And feel free, lighter, happier. And let's think about the challenge for this week. The challenge is to do something that you used to do as a kid, something that was playful, hopefully, not a chore that you had to do. So something that you enjoyed doing as a kid. May it be drawing or playing a game or a puzzle or playing a sport or journaling, right? The singing. There's so many things. And maybe being around children. I know it's such a blessing to see children. Um, so hearing them laugh. So allow yourself the permission to be a kid, however that is, even if it's for 2 minutes, do it for 2 minutes and think about what makes you feel good. You're leading from the heart, leading from the head, and trusting that you're in the right place at the right time. You know, it's easy to get caught up into doubting and FOMO, fear of missing out, but know that you're in the right place at the right time and nourish yourself, you know, no regrets. Life is too short. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me in this journey. And I look forward to connecting with you. It's President's Day next weekend, not that I'm celebrating, but I'll keep you posted for a meeting next week or skipping. There's a small chance we might go somewhere, might not. You know, a lot of stuff up in the air with the father-in-law passing. So if I'm here, I'll have it. If not, I'll email that I'm not. But take care of yourself, do something kind, and thank you so much